Stepping inside Firefly Press is sort of like stepping into a time machine, back to an era long before a Xerox copier could print and bind 200 copies of an annual report in a minute and a half. Inside this letterpress shop in Allston, Massachusetts, giant monotype and linotype machines from yesteryear loom at attention. Hand-operated presses are ready to go. Walls of shelving units, or casings, house thousands upon thousands of lead letter forms in different typefaces and sizes. Molds for letters, or matrices, are methodically organized. Everything has its place at Firefly, a good metaphor for the fascinating and intricate world of printing. As proprietor John Christensen says, God and the devil are in the details.
Well, I think in the first place, it comes down simply to caring, to realizing that these details do exist and that they matter, that they are not trivial. And this is not just typography, this is anything. Understanding what the job is that you're supposed to be doing and caring for the details. But the very first thing to appreciate is that, hey, it's important. And of course, when it comes specifically to typography, most people don't think it's important. And that's not a criticism. Most people shouldn't. If you're just a consumer of printing, if you're just a reader, then you shouldn't have to worry about the details. The details should have been taken care for you so that you don't have to think about them, so that they don't get in the way of your reading what you read. But when you become a practitioner, when it becomes your job to create these things, then you need to know what the details are, and you need to be able to judge what ends are worth what means.
The care Firefly puts into their work is a rigorous process of meticulous typesetting for any and all projects. Jesse Marsalis, Firefly's resident apprentice, works vigorously at perfecting a simple letterhead. He does test run after test run, examining every detail possible. For problems with spacing, he adjusts the typesetting with tiny slivers of lead. For an issue with the ink distribution on a lowercase g, tissue paper comes in handy to make a completely even printing surface. Each detail matters and every pica counts. The end, however, sees a finished product worthy of the Firefly brand. From how to maintain some of the most complex machines ever built to the scrupulous nature of great typography, being a printer is anything but easy. The variety of machinery takes years to be trained on, and the craft is a meticulous process of unending refinement. But it isn't all design and ink. Being a printer requires a vast knowledge, including cleaning machines, fixing machines, and sometimes both, as this incident involving backsquirt, when molten lead shoots into the gears of the linotype, comes up. The question arises, why bother? In a digital era, why go to such extremes to construct letterhead, wedding invitations, broadsheet posters, or business cards?
Well, I think it can help to restore a sense of dignity in one's work and how one spends one's time. I think there's so much emphasis on content and access to information that I think presentation has been basically pretty much abandoned. For instance, the digital medium, there are a lot of people who know how to use it very well and have been thoroughly trained in classical design principles, but I think for the most part we're being constantly bombarded with just ephemeral work that's meant to catch your eye, sell you something, and then move on. There's really no sense of I'm trying to share something meaningful with you.
By now, and really within the last decade or so, letterpress has gone from being seen as a dying commercial industry, which it certainly was how it was thought of when I started, to being an accepted, an acknowledged, a respected craft for which there is growing enthusiasm.
While a sort of electronic Darwinism has begun to fuel modern industry in many ways, the letterpress is a reminder of a time when communication was a proud trade through traditions of integrity and passion. It was and still is a labor of love, a craft of obsession and expertise. Letterpress can teach the rest of us a thing or two about the world we live in today. The casual observer might say that the allure of the work done at Firefly is in the aesthetics. Certainly, such a remark is not incorrect. The typography is extraordinarily accomplished. However, there is so much more that goes into each print. The beauty shines through in the labors, the pride of knowledge, the enjoyment of the process, and the excellence of the result. In a world sustained more and more by excessive content which pays little or no attention to concept or execution, Firefly Press serves as a reminder that the best of accomplishments will result not simply from special effects or automation, but from an actual personal investment in an idea.